Welcome to Invictus YouTube channel. In today's episode, we will see the difference between comets, meteors, meteorites, meteoroids, and asteroids. They all are heavenly bodies in outer space, but they can be classified into various categories. A meteoroid is a small rock in space. If it hits the atmosphere and starts burning up, it's called a meteor. Once it hits the ground, the remnant is called a meteorite. An asteroid is a larger rock in space. The cutoff is about a meter or so, but especially refers to big rocks in certain parts of the solar system. Basically, stuff in the asteroid belt. But sometimes the Trojans orbiting with Jupiter are called asteroids too. They typically have close to circular orbits. The biggest ones are hundreds of kilometers across and aren't very different from a small moon or a tiny planet. Comets are a bit like asteroids, but with more ice and other volatile material, because of their elliptical orbits, which are sometimes extremely elliptical. In an elliptical orbit, you spend most of your time very far from the Sun, and then quickly whip around the Sun before heading out again. So, they spend most of their time in the cold outer solar system, which means they can be covered in ice and dust particles etc. that don't survive for long in the inner solar system. When they get close to the Sun, this stuff gets evaporated and blown away, and they get enormous tails of gas and dust behind the comets. They can also start to break apart a bit from the change in temperature. But because they aren't in the inner solar system for long, only some of the ice etc. gets blown off each flyby. So, you can get periodic comets like Halley, that produce a brilliant tail, fly away again, and then return after 75 years and produce another tail. And comets can actually give us meteor showers. For example, the Perseids meteor shower happens every year in late July or early August, and it happens when Earth passes through the orbit of the Swift-Tuttle comet. When comets throw off dust and particles as they go by, those particles just float around in space, until the Earth comes along and passes right through them, and a bunch of those particles become meteors and burn up in the atmosphere. That's all for today's episode. For more content like this, please subscribe Invictus YouTube channel and bang the bell icon to get regular updates. This is Invictus. See you in the next.